The Center for Anti-Corruption and Open Leadership, Cacol, has called on President Muhammadu Buhari to sack the Minister of Power, Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, for his inability to justify the funds that has been released into the three sectors under him. The group insisted that the ministry have increased the sufferings of Nigerians in multifolds, from lack of power supply to the illogical hike in electricity tariff, from continually decaying infrastructure to death traps as roads. The group accused the minister of constantly at loggerheads with institutions, contractors, and the citizenry he is supposed to serve.
Talking about the situation of corruption, that despite the fact that we at Cacol, we believe that the president means well to fight corruption, there are so many clogs in the wheel of his progress. Some of the ministers don't work, they are misfits for the position they are occupying. For example, the Minister of Power, Works and Housing, he didn't perform in Lagos State, he cannot perform in the federal state. Every leader should be circumspect. They should listen to the voices of people. They should investigate if people are comfortable with the proceeds of their governance on the ground. They should carry out what they call needs assessment before budgets are imposed on them. So people should contribute into the making of the budget, so that at the end of the day they will have sense of belonging, that what we ask for is what is contained in the budget. So that is what we call participatory governance, and they will have the right to also assess the budget of their own community, so that they know if it is being well implemented or otherwise.
In a media parley, the group executive chairman, Comrade Debo Adeniro.
We believe that the national question has not been answered and cannot be answered until every Nigerian could have a sense of belonging. And for every Nigerian to have a sense of belonging in the question of nationhood, they must participate in what you call sovereign national conference. Sovereign national conference of which no member will be singly unpicked by any powerful person, and of which the outcome will not be tampered with by any authorities. Government should look at the public perception that it is nepotistic. I mean, the president should look at that when he exercises his powers, I don't know how much influence the political party has on him, that most of the appointees are coming from his own part of the country. We don't agree totally with that, but we think that he should look into it. For example, whatever the case is, everybody that has headed the EFCC has come from the north, despite the fact that we are staunch supporter of Ibrahim Magu to continue as the head of EFCC. If anybody is going to replace him, they should try a southerner. Okay, it should not be another northerner. The closest we have is the Farida Waziri that came from Middle Belt. Okay, so they should try somebody from the south. Then most of those who have headed the SEPC have been coming from the south. For all intents and purposes, if anybody is going to succeed Professor Owasonoye that has just been appointed, it should be a northerner. Let us see the difference they are going to make.
Cacol asked President Buhari to relieve himself of the position of the Minister of Petroleum Resources immediately and concentrate his energy on supervisory roles over all ministries and the presidential leadership of the country.
We have asked the president to remove himself as the Minister of Petroleum Resources and finds a competent hand to occupy that office.
Cacol also called for the removal of the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Malami Abubakar. The group condemned the AGF's unnecessary interventions, particularly in cases high-profile publicity exposed persons and the needless rivalry with the EFCC.
We have also complained about the Office of Attorney General of the Federation. The Minister of Justice can be a politician. The Attorney General should not be a politician. Then the present occupier of that office is also a misfit for the office, because he does a number of things that protect those who have plundered the resources of this country.